What's up guys, it's Scoopman5000 and today we're back for another action figure review. Back on the Marvel Legends side of things, we're looking at the Gamerverse Avengers Game Hulk. And this is one I ordered way back before there was even a lot of details about the game. And to be honest, the game to me looks like garbage. It's not something that I'm gonna play. I did watch a friend play through a little bit of it and it's just not for me. But a big focus in that game, unfortunately, is skins and microtransactions. So here we are with one of those in-game skins, but for us collectors, it does make for a very cool Hulk, and one that kind of gives off similar vibes to that of Thor Ragnarok or Planet Hulk. This is like a Savage Warrior Hulk done up in that white war paint, and it's a gray Hulk too, which we don't get too much. So overall, it's pretty cool. It comes in that deluxe $30 figure packaging we get from Marvel Legends, so it's just a bit wider than the usual. And this is a box that has some weight to it, some heft. It's got a lot of plastic in the packaging. It's bursting out of the seams almost, and even his legs, he has to kind of be squat in a position to even fit in this style box. On the side, you're getting artwork of all the characters from the game. And then on the back, you get the product shot. And then you're getting the read-up, which is Bruce Banner smashes anything in sight as the gamma-powered Hulk. There's the UPC on the bottom. This guy's going to be a GameStop exclusive. And that covers packaging. So let's get to it and bust open the Hulk. And here's the Hulk out of the packaging. Not much in the way of accessories for him. On the figure, we do get a right open hand and a left fisted hand. So in the packaging, we do get the alternates of that. And he comes with two looks. So in the packaging, you're getting the gritted teeth, face expression. And then the alternate here is the more stoic, calmer Hulk face. And that grimace face that is on the figure, I do really like. So getting these accessories out of the way, and we can get a better look at Hulk's head sculpt. And that right there is classic Hulk, but he does have a beard. It's like a Hulk that's savage, out in the wild, with the war paint and everything like that. So he's growing a beard out. You can see even some of that white paint is on the beard, which is a nice little detail. And he's got kind of this crown painted on his face here in the white. And otherwise underneath there, what you get is a pretty good gray Hulk head sculpt, and he's got the bushy hair up top. And then bringing in this head sculpt, you can get a better look at that. To me, again, this just doesn't really look right, but it is probably accurate to the video game. But I think the screaming one is much better, and I always do prefer the emotive faces anyway, especially for the Hulk. He's always angry, so you gotta show that on the figure. And then neck down here, what you're getting is essentially this Hulk, the Build-A-Figure Endgame Hulk. You see it's the exact same construction on this guy. But when this came out, I chased it down immediately. I got all the figures just to build this Hulk. And Hulk is a figure that, even in the movies, we don't get a lot of figures of, and then for a comic book, they're always kind of hard to get. They're exclusive or something. So I was very excited to get that Endgame Hulk, and now even more excited to have this one as well. I love this body. I don't mind the reuse at all. And if they want to make more video game Hulks, if they want to make more movie Hulks, even a comic book Hulk can work with this body. I think maybe an Immortal Hulk or something like that. I'll take as many Hulk repaints on this body as you can, because this really is a perfect Hulk action figure. It articulates like you'd want it to, and unlike the video game, again, perfect body proportions here. And there is a texture to the skin because this is a movie figure, and that works well with the paint here, the white war paint, because when it is painted on the figure, it's intentionally done a little sloppy. But what you get is something that does look like it was painted on by hand or something like that by a guy savage like the Hulk. So all that paint is done on the chest and then the upper arm. So over here you get kind of a triangular shape here, and then a bit more around the neck, some smaller details on the side of the chest. Up on the shoulder you get some outlining as well, and then down on the bicep you get an outline and then what looks like an arrow. And overall it's unique, but again reminiscent of something you might see in a Thor Ragnarok, in a Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, something like that. There's been plenty of instances of a Savage Hulk, and this is the Avengers Game take on that. And for a game that is, like I said, kind of hot garbage, their big focus is the skins and the cosmetics. And I've seen the Hulk have some crazy skins in that game. And like I said, I'm not really interested in the game, but I do love the Hulk and I love this body mold. So I'll take as many wacky color repaints as possible with this guy. A new piece for the figure actually is these wrist gauntlets here. They're kind of made to look like his tattered shirt, which is a feature on probably most of the Hulk's cosmetics. Definitely his base skin in the game I've seen. When the shirt rips, the gauntlets stay on the wrists. And that's something that has been around pretty old for the Hulk. You know, the white shirt ripped up. Here it's kind of an off-white. It's something that he's had wrapped around his wrist for a long time out in the desert or wherever he's been as the Savage Hulk. So it looks dirty, it looks off-white. As far as I could tell, both sides are unique, and this is something I could see being reused on a number of different Hulks. Then we get a nice textured pair of pants on the Hulk, and again bringing back in that Ragnarok Hulk. It might even be the same color. Maybe this one's a bit more bluish, but that might just be the gray. But you can see the exact same texture, the same rips on the knees there. Again, just what's green here is gray. And with this sculpt, I think specifically it was based on the end of Thor Ragnarok and not even Endgame. But again, it works, and I'd love to see these done up in purple at some point on this body mold. And then he's got his big old calves and his big old feet down here. Those are done in the plain gray. There's no paint on that. And then we forgot about it, so here's a better look at the back of the figure. Pretty plain overall. But all in all, that about covers the Hulk. So let's get to it and do some articulation. The head is going to be on that ball joint. You're getting all the motion you need. Doesn't really go back too much. but the forward is decent. The torso is on that ball joint, which is awesome on this guy. Always love a ball joint, and especially for such a big character. That's an insane range of motion you're getting. You get some awesome Hulk poses, some power poses, gearing up for a punch. It even starts to gap a bit, that's how much you get. So he leans back awesome, and forward is pretty good as well. Shoulders on a hinge and a swivel, and it pops out decently easy because this is a Build-A-Figure. You get the upper bicep cut, double jointed elbow, very impressive for a big Hulk character. The wrist swivels and hinges, and it's hidden pretty nicely by those wrist shirt pieces. The waist is on a swivel. You get a very good split on the Hulk. You get an upper thigh cut, double jointed knee, and then the foot is on a hinge and a pretty good ankle rocker as well. And that about covers the Hulk, so now let's get to my favorite part and let's do some comparisons. So here he is with some comic book characters. We got the Incredible She-Hulk, and then we got Dr. Doom. Here he is with the recent X-Men movie characters. We got Cable and Wolverine. For some larger characters, we got the X-Men Beast and then the Fantastic Four Thing. For movie characters, here he is with the Endgame Captain America and the Black Panther. For more movie characters, we got Endgame Iron Man and Bro Thor. Here's some other characters in the Gamerverse line. I don't collect the Avengers game, but I do have the Velocity suit Spider-Man and also the PS4 suit Spider-Man. And then finally, here he is with the Smart Hulk Endgame Build-A-Figure. Probably one of my favorite figures of last year. And Hulk is probably my number 2 in Marvel, right behind Spider-Man. And he's a character I don't actually have a lot of figures of. Like I said, they're all just a bit out of my price range or just a bit difficult to find. So I'd love to see more $30 releases of Hulk figures like this, or even get him into the smaller boxes. I wouldn't mind them being a bit smaller, like the old Avengers Age of Ultron Hulk or the Infinite 3-pack Hulk. I don't mind the size of those, but again, they're just kind of before I was collecting Marvel Legends seriously. And I even need to look into Marvel Select, because there's definitely some good Hulks there. But as it stands right now, these are the 2 in my collection, and I'm pretty thrilled to have them both. And overall, that's going to do it for your look at the Gamerverse Hulk. As I've said previously, I love this body for the Hulk, and I'll take as many repaints as we can get. I don't think this will incentivize me to really pick up any of the other Avengers game figures so far, because they aren't the best designs, but you can't go wrong with a Hulk, a gray Hulk, and some war paint, and especially, like I said, using that fantastic endgame body. For me, Dream Hulk figure would probably be either the Joe Fixit Hulk, complete with a suit, some Tommy guns, big fedora, and there's similar skins to that in the game I've seen as well. Also, I'd love to see a Maestro Hulk, and obviously those Hulks would require some new parts, but I could see them kind of using this base body as a reference. But nonetheless, this was kind of an unexpected mail that I got this week, and I'm happy with the figure. I'm glad I ordered it when I did. For Marvel Legends, I got some more X-Men figures on the way. I got Mystique, Domino, and then the Xavier and Magneto 2-pack are definitely on the way soon. I'm also going to try to source that Logan and Xavier pack as soon as I can. And then I also have the full upcoming Venom Pool Wave on pre-order, and I'm going to try to get those out as soon as possible. So if you like those figures, if you like any kind of action figure reviews, you want to stay right here in the channel. As always, I'm going to leave it off with some pictures, and you can see more at Instagram, scoopman_5000. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next action figure review.